We are so glad that you guys are here. And we have some really exciting stuff to learn from Scott today as he was hinting at some fun new features. But before we get to that, we're going to have Melanie Silva, who is our Senior Manager over Leadership Programs, welcome everybody into the call. So I will turn the time over to her.
Hello, everyone. Happy Tuesday. I hope everyone is doing fantastic. We are so excited to be with you guys on this call again. And I have to tell you, this season has been rocking and rolling. Everyone has been doing such a tremendous job with all of your connections. And so we've been just so excited to see all of your success. And can you believe that we are already halfway through the month and halfway through the season? The season has definitely gone by really quick, and before you know it, we are going to be doing our celebratory graduation call. And so time is definitely going by fast. And just so you know, we just appreciate all of you this season. We know it's been a crazy, wild ride with the whole reactivations and re-enroll pilot, and with our team looking a little different this season as well. And so we just want to extend just again a huge thank you to all of you for all of your patience with us as we navigate all these new things this season, and just know how much we appreciate you all and how much we just want to do our very best for you to ensure that you have a successful season. So we are rooting and cheering every single one of you on this season. And anyways, and we can't wait again to see all of the success that you have this season. So I am going to touch a minute on our agenda. And so we are going to go over some of our fall tour dates, followed by our Start Strong incentive. We are going to also touch on what is a connection, and just a reminder regarding that. And then we will hear from Scott. We're also going to give you an opportunity to ask Scott some of your questions and do a little Q&A there. And then you're going to have to hang on to the very end, because we have a special, exciting call announcement that you do not want to miss. So yes, we are going to make you wait and hang on for the exciting news to the very end. So stay with us there. And so now I'm going to turn over the time to Becca, who actually, we haven't seen her for a minute. She just came back from Boston. And so we were all thrilled to see her this morning and welcoming her back. And so she's going to touch on our fall tour dates with everyone. So take it away, Becca.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Mel. Like she said, yeah, I've been a little bit out of town. So I am excited that my first day back is that I get to be on this call with you guys. So we're super excited. Just a reminder for you guys about the fall tour. Fall tour is a really great way for you guys to connect with leaders, get new enrollments and reactivations and everything like that. So really just take advantage of these. We have the upcoming corporate-led events up here. So we have the next ones are in Columbus, Dallas, and Toronto on the 19th, and then Orlando, Idaho Falls, and Calgary on the 26th. And then next month, we will have Honolulu, Charlotte, Vancouver, Bloomington, and Denver. So please be sure, if you're able to go to one of these corporate-led events, to make sure you bring your team, make sure you bring prospective people that want to join doTERRA, that would love to be part of this. We are so excited that we were able to offer these fall tour events, and we know they're very successful. And oftentimes, they really help with leaders or with finding new builders and finding new enrollees. In addition, we are also still doing leader-led events. So applications close for your leader-led events on November 22nd. You can apply at tour.doterra.com. If you have any questions about this, reach out to your account manager. Your account manager will be the person that is your contact for these leader-led events. They will help you through it if you have any questions about how to apply, what you need to do for these leader-led events, how to qualify, whatever it is. Your account manager will know what to do. So, and just as a special, just a reminder, I know sometimes with these Forward Tour events, we have promo codes for those. As a reminder, your Diamond Club promo code and the Fall Tour promo codes can stack. So be sure if you're enrolling people that they use both of the codes. When you're sending out those generated links, only one code will apply, but just send them the other code as well, and both of those codes will stack. So please, please, please make sure you're doing that. And definitely reach out to your account manager if you have any other questions about Fall Tour. We're very excited. Take advantage of this as you're coming into the last month and a half of our season in Diamond Club. And then finally, for my section, don't forget about our Start Strong incentive. I know we talked about this on our last call. We got a week and a half ago, but the Start Strong incentive is 2 tiers, if you remember. Tier 1, you have to get 7 qualifying enrollments by October 15th. So the winners will get 50 loyalty rewards points awarded after the 15th. We will be announcing those winners this week once we get everything resolved. So just make sure today is your last day to get the rest of those 7 qualifying enrollments. So make sure you get those enrollments in, and so that you can qualify for the 50 points. And then second, tier 2, you can get tier 2 as well. So get 14 qualifying enrollments. So meet your monthly requirements by October 31st. And you will get to be on an exclusive call with a special guest speaker, which is what we're going to be announcing at the end of this call. Just a little hint, who our guest speaker is right there, just so you know. And we're very excited, just so you know, you can earn one or both of the tiers. So even if you didn't get the 7 qualifying enrollments by the 15th, but you did meet your qualifications by October 31st, you can still be on that exclusive call. And vice versa. If you only get 7 qualifying enrollments by the 15th, but you don't quite make your qualifications by the 31st, you'll still get those 50 points. You just don't get the tier 2. So, and reactivations also count, those re-enrollments. They also count as long as you know their team and personal and 100 plus PV. So very exciting. If you guys have any questions about this as well, please feel free to reach out to us, send us an email, give us a quick chat and after this call, and we're more than happy to help you guys out with any of your questions that you might be having. And with that, I'm going to turn the time over to our amazing project manager, Amy, who will be talking about and just reviewing connections.
Hey guys, okay, let's talk about what is a connection. This is just a little reminder for you guys, because I know that this is new to us this year in introducing this to Diamond Club. So we just wanted to go over it again, just in case if there was a little confusion, or maybe we forgot, or we just want to make sure that you guys completely understand what a connection is, okay? So a connection is an action performed by you, the Diamond Club participant, that you influence someone to enroll with you or your team member with a qualifying enrollment order of 100 PV, okay? So this connection can look many different ways. So they can be like a formal class / event. It could be a text blast to someone. It could be one-on-ones. It could be a phone call, a video you shared, a social media post, and so much more. So if you connected with a potential enrollee in some way about doTERRA products, that counts as a connection, okay? And I guess the key word in there is connect, okay? You must be connecting with someone. So I want to share 2 examples of what that does look like and what we're not looking for. So I'll have Becca go to the next slide for me. Okay, so example 1. So if you're doing this, if you are sending out mass emails, posts, ads, texts, setting up a website with no interaction before or after is not a connection, okay? That is totally fine to do in the sense of you running your doTERRA business, but for our Diamond Club season and how we run our programs, that will not count for Diamond Club, okay? So that is not a connection. A connection, though, looks more like this. So you're sending a text blast, you're hosting one-on-ones, you're making a phone call, you're creating a video you shared, a social media post, a following up with a person if a team member did a class, is the correct way to connect, okay? Again, there's that keyword again, must be connecting, okay? So we just wanted to put that reminder out to you guys in case you have any other questions or concerns, or you may feel like, I don't know if I'm doing this correctly. Don't hesitate to reach out to Becca, I, or Brianna. We are happy to help answer those questions. So you can just email us at diamondclub@doterra.com, or you can reach out to us via phone, and we are happy to help give you any clarifying questions you may have. And with that, I will turn the time back over to Melanie, who will introduce our amazing guest speaker.
All righty, and this guy needs no introduction by far. Like, for those of you who have been on any of our Diamond Club sourcing trips, he is the fun. Like, he is the fun one. He brings the energy. He just brings all of the excitement. He brings his cameras, and he makes you take a million, take one, take two, take threes. And anyways, and so we are just so super grateful to have Mr. Scott Greer on this call. And we call him Mr. DMK. The DMK is his baby, and he probably can teach that in his sleep. Anyways, and so we've had him on our calls in the past to touch on the DMK, and I know we've had many, many people request to have him on again. And so anyways, he's been a great partner of ours, and we just really, really appreciate having you join us again here on this call for our Diamond Club participants. Scott, we know how busy you are, but we know you have some great things new things to share with our participants so they can make great use of these amazing tools so they can have that success with leadership programs. And so thank you, Scott. And now I'm going to have Scott, take it away.
I prefer the man, the myth, the legend, the way of DMK life, Scott Greer. That's what I prefer, but I'll just take Scott Greer. No, it's okay. Thank you, everybody. It's so awesome to see you all today and to be with my favorite group of people. I always love hanging out with the Diamond Club and everybody that does all the amazing things on this program. So it's always a pleasure. I have some exciting stuff. I have one disappointing thing to talk about today, but it's getting fixed. But I want to share with you some of the cool things that are happening right now on the digital marketing kit. And I just want to say thank you to the wonderful leadership team here that we have, because the reason they're asking me to come on is so that you can help your team build quickly and you can achieve all the goals that you have in this sprint that you're doing. So my goal here today is to answer a bunch of questions. I'm going to go over some basics, and it's something I love to talk about. So if you have a question, throw them at me here in a minute, and I would love to just run through and answer anything I could. So let me go ahead and share my screen. Drum roll for the wonderful DMK as it comes up here. Let me go ahead. You know, I'm going to share the whole desktop this time, just so I can stop. Okay, I'm going to look over here because my camera's on this screen, but my DMK is on the right screen. So I'm not ignoring you. I want to look into your soul and make sure that we're making a connection, but I need to do that over on this side. If you are not familiar, and I don't want to be too rudimentary and basic about this, but the DMK stands for the Digital Marketing Kit here at doTERRA. So this is like if you had a McDonald's franchise, they have something called the DAM. That's what the DMK is a digital asset manager. So if you were a McDonald's franchisee, they would send you all the ads and copy and things that you might want to use to build your business. So my goal today is to help you navigate. As you probably can understand, there's a bunch of people on this call. We have 1,000 opinions of what should be on the DMK, and we try to make everybody happy, which is probably not the best thing to do here at doTERRA, but I'm a dream maker, not a dream breaker. So I always want to make sure that we get, if people are requesting stuff, that we're going to put it up there. And the one drawback to that is that means there's a lot of stuff on there. So my goal today is to help you kind of navigate into some of the most important things that can help you, that you can duplicate with people on your team so that they can build business practices very easily, and you can not spend time manufacturing this on your own. So this is the homepage. So if you want to go to the DMK, the Digital Marketing Kit, you go to doterra.com/DMK for Digital Marketing Kit. And it will take you right here. You can also go to doterra.com and let me just do this, doterra.com. And at the bottom of the page, if you forget that URL, down here, did we remove it? We had the DMK down here for, well, I'm going to shoot somebody in my wonderful team. They removed DMK. It used to be right here. So I was going to say you could just go to it from the homepage, but now someone's getting fired. All right. So what we're going to do is, yeah, Amy and Melanie know I'm serious about that too. I'm going to light someone up. So doterra.com/DMK. In fact, I'm just going to throw it in this in case you haven't ever gone to it. Boom. There's the URL. And, do I have an updated kit flyer? Okay, hold your questions here. I'm going to blow your mind. Yeah, we have an updated kit flyer. We got everything for you. Okay, we just had convention. My team was working their rear ends off. In fact, I didn't let anybody leave right after convention. So from August 15th through October 1st, no one on my team could take a vacation, because normally what happens is we go to convention and then everybody pieces out for 2 weeks because we're all exhausted. And this year I told them, we're going to October 1st because we're launching the products. We're not just getting through convention. Wellness advocates have to be able to sell everything. So we're going to go straight through. We were all exhausted. I still haven't taken a break. I've got Disneyland next week with my wife. So I'm finally going to take a break next week. So if I look a little like tired, I am, but that's because I love all of you. So let's just go through a basic piece here so you can see what we have available. And here it goes. Yes, there is stuff for Canada. We've got everything in here for you. Now, we have on the home page some just basics, and I just want to cover this one more time if you've already seen this. So up at the top, we have these quick little shortcut bubbles is what I like to call them. So this is all files. Then we have images, we have videos. This one is the one everybody loves, which is presentations. So if you want to download a PowerPoint and go make it, it's right there. You can click it and you'll see every PowerPoint that's in the DMK. But we also love this search bar, and this is where my tragedy, the one thing I have to talk about, didn't work as perfect as we want. We just paid a ton of money to put AI into it, and it worked so good for like 2 weeks. And then the robots in the background, they started attacking each other, and now it doesn't work very well. So we're going to get fixed. It'll be fixed the next week or two. But in my demos that I was doing, and I was hoping to be able to show you today, I could type hand pouring lemon oil and would find every image on the DMK with a lemon bottle in a hand being poured. It would find every video, and if it was like a 2-minute video, it pulls out the 6-second clip, and you could just download that 6 seconds if you want it. So that feature is coming. We are rapidly trying to make it happen because it is really cool. But for right now, I'm going to disable it whenever I do a search. So I'll show you that right now because it has some little bugs in it. Obviously, the robots are not ready to take over the world just yet, but we're getting close. So I'm excited about it. So we have our search bar, which I'm going to go into a little bit of here in a minute, but I just want to show you typically what we try to do on the home page. You'll notice that this changes often because we try to put the things that are most important to you building your business right now as we think. So we have all the holiday product stuff. I'm just going to go ahead and click into the holiday guide. This is the download that has this. And if I show a preview of it, so you can see this is our whole PDF that shows all these products because they're not available just yet, but they are coming. And so we want to make sure you have everything you need for that. Over here on the right is all of the holiday collection. So this is all of the graphics. I'm doing a live demo, so this is definitely going to go slow. I know I was ready for it today, and I don't know what's going on with the internet. If it's DMK or my internet. Oh, there it goes. Poof. So here's all the graphics that you need for all the holiday products. Now, if you happen to be a silver and above, we just did something for the first time ever where you can buy all the holiday products starting today. You can purchase it for one price. You don't get to pick everything. You just have to buy it once, and we'll ship it today. So you have it early so you can make your own graphics. But if you don't, if you're not in that group, we do have all the graphics up here and ready to go so that you can hit the ground running on November 1st with this stuff. I don't know how much holiday is used for Diamond Club purposes, but I'm just showing you that like all these graphics pips everything available. You can go in and see each one. Like if you want to look at the cinnamon drops, you just click in there. We have the pip. We have some graphics for you. I always like to show that we put white space in a lot of our graphics. Oh, look at that. Sandy's already got it coming. I love it. Well, I'm going to, Anna, you had a question about the format. I'm going to get to why we do it in PDF. I'm going to blow your mind here in a minute about why PDF is the way that you want it, not the other way around. But we always put white space here because this is for you to pull into Canva or Photoshop or Illustrator so that you can put your information on here, maybe even your Diamond Club promo code or something like that. Like we want you to be able to modify this, but you don't have to go take the picture. So we had our photographers go take these photos so that you can have them. And little navigation tip here. So I just want to show you when I've clicked into something up here, I like to call this the breadcrumb from Hansel and Gretel. So I can always go backwards. I don't have to hit back and forward. I could say, oh, I want to see the holiday collection. It'll take me back out to that spot that I was before. I can go say, oh, I want to look at the tinted ginger lip gloss. Okay, I'm going to go back out to the holiday collection. So it's just a quick way to navigate back and forth. Sometimes people get confused with that navigation. I'm going to go back. Anytime you want to go back to the home page, you just click doTERRA up at the top left. It'll take you back. So we have that. If you're participating in fall tour, we have, I believe, the PowerPoints and just all the things that are happening in fall tour. There are a lot of assets for fall tour. So if you want to participate or have your own fall tour kind of event, we have all that listed for you there. This is social media pieces for the actual tour and where we're going. Now, this typically on a normal month would be up at the very top. These are all the promos and everything that's happening
Over here.
Instructions by today at 2.
Okay.
I'm just gonna mute you, Annette, if that's all right. Okay, I got you muted. And then so if like pink pepper's the product or 10% off, the product of the month is eucalyptus. You can click in here, and I love to just show you that we have a PowerPoint slide automatically that you can add to any class right there for you. We have the pip, and then we have all of our imagery, and towards the bottom we have some more, I would call it fun imagery, where you don't necessarily have to go make it up yourself. It's already kind of done a little differently. We have some diffuser blends and just some fun stuff that we get people that do non-doTERRA looks for us to do that. Also, I just want to show you that we have all of our new, how can you go home? You just click this doTERRA up to the top and you always go home. Hopefully that answers that, Michelle. Okay, Robin, I'm going to come back to this. White space, great question. I'm sorry, I haven't been looking at the comments to come in. White space in graphics is not necessarily white. It's this graphic right here has a ton of white space. We call that where we didn't put anything in it. And so that's so that you can go put graphics or your own picture, things like that. So anytime I talk about white space, that's what I'm talking about. And technically on this graphic, like I don't have to use it this far out. I can zoom in when I download it. Here, let me download it really quick and just show you. This is the download button. I'll say, yep, give me the full size. I can actually, I think, go in and crop it. Can I? Let me see here. Yeah, I can do a custom crop. And so I can come in here and say, okay, I want just this part of this picture because I want it to be, you know, bigger than that. It'll download it automatically here. Man, I don't know if it's doTERRA's internet today or what, but we are going slow. Let me pull this over because you'll see it's a beautiful photo. I can zoom way in. It's very high resolution. So you can make that as big or as small as you want it to be. But that's what I mean by white space. Oh, and then I just got the other one. I just want to show you. Did it download it? Yeah, so it cropped it and here it is. Let me pull it over here. Whoop. So the DMK, yeah, I don't know why I just did that for me here. It automatically, let me just pull this over. I grabbed that thing and it built that graphic. So that's available on any graphic on the DMK. You don't have to download the whole thing. You can go crop it right there. That's a powerful part of that. Let me close that out, go back. Okay, if you're ever in an image, there's a couple things I want you to know here. If you're ever in an image, we try to put things that are related down here. So you can say, oh, I'm on pink pepper, but maybe I want pink pepper to look like this one. It's showing all the related files. And if you ever want to close, just go back out, just hit the X and you're right back to where you started. You don't have to hit the back button. Sometimes people get confused and they just navigate with the back button. All right, so I've shown you a bunch of little basics here. I've shown you that we're going to have an amazing AI feature, hopefully in the next week or two when the robots get themselves worked out. I did want to show you the new product launches. Now, this is a great thing that has some of like little basics about everything that's happening, all the new things that have happened, talks about your businesses and how you can build with that. And then we pulled convention down because it was time to get all those things down here. But this one right here, I think, is what everybody wants. Well, people are asking for a couple things. First off, they want the foundational wellness class, which is kind of like all the products convention. How do I teach it? We've put that right here. You just click on it. I want to reiterate, if you've never seen this demo with me before, we always have at least 3 things in a class. One is a PowerPoint. Now, we build it in PowerPoint for a certain reason, but you can open it up in Google Slides, in Apple Keynote, in Canva. It works in any of those. We just build it in PowerPoint. So you don't have to have PowerPoint to use these. It's just how our team builds it. It's the best way to build it. The next thing that we'll have is a handout. So I'm just going to click this so you can see, like, this is a handout that you can give to everybody. You can take this and print this off on your printer at home. We do lots of white on here. We used to do these big pictures and people told us we were using too much ink. So now we use a white backdrop, but we put all the products in here, and this follows along with the class. And so you could be seeing what you're talking about. And in the PowerPoint, there's a script. So I always like to point this out because nobody knows it. And let's just say you don't know how to use PowerPoint with a script built in. We also print the script for you. So there's a PDF you can download, and you can look in here. It shows you the slide, and then you can just read this, and it is an entire script for you to sell. Can I download this so I can use my class if I have no internet? Yeah, so download it. Yeah, I would say you want to put this on your computer before I would not teach it live from the DMK. I would download it to my computer and then use it. And I can do that. I'm just going to go out here. Anything on the DMK, you just click on this button right here, and it automatically downloads to your machine. So, oh, I'm so sorry, Lane. I'm going fast. I feel like I don't have enough time, and I have so many things that I want to tell you about, but I appreciate it. Okay, I do want to show you one of my favorite features of our scripts, because I'll show you here in a second, Hallie, where the script is. So I love that you're out there and you're all amazing educators of essential oils. Now, not everybody in here is a Betty Torres who can just close everybody in a class because she's so amazing, all right? So I'm sure all of us at one point have taught a class and we're like, how do I ask at the end for them to actually enroll? Well, guess what? If you just trust the script, at the very bottom of the script, we have this wonderful thing down here. Oh, here it goes. There's 3 types of people: customers, sharers, and builders. It walks you through an entire close on how to even invite them to share the business with them. So you don't have to come up with that. You can actually just have this in here. It talks about LRP, doTERRA rewards. It's got all of it built in there. And so it's pretty amazing that you can just go through and read this script. It shows how they can save money with doTERRA purchasing larger amounts and getting on rewards and getting 30% back. It even talks about doing a wellness consult. So I love to tell people, you can delete any of this you want. Don't delete the end. Like, this is for you to use. You don't have to use it exactly as we have it, but the purpose is so that you don't have to be coming up with all this stuff on your own, and you can definitely duplicate. Which PowerPoint am I on now? I am on the foundational wellness one. So I just got a question. I want to download it. So I'm going to go into the PowerPoint right here. This is the actual PowerPoint, and I'm going to download this class. So it's coming down to my computer right now. And yeah, we can see it's just downloading right here. And as this is coming down, I'm going to wait and I'm going to open it up. Now, I'm going to open it up in 2 things because I know everybody's going to freak out if I open it up in only PowerPoint. I'm going to open it up in PowerPoint, and then I'm going to open it up in Canva. Okay, I'm going to try and do a Canva one. It was not editable. Is it now? It's editable. Let me just double check here. You're calling me out in the middle of it. This better be editable because I told my team nothing goes up that's not editable. We're going to see if 2 people are getting fired today. Yep, I can click in here. I can edit anything I need to in here. So everything in here is editable. I can put, here, let me go find, do I have my headshot in here? Where's my headshot? It's on my phone. Oh, I've got a bunch of headshots. These are all, oh, there's my headshot. I love it. Pull this one. Can I add it in here? Oh, there it is. Okay. So I'm going to put my headshot in because we're going to say foundational come on, click off. My computer is really freaking out right now. My trackpad is hating me. There we go. There it goes. Now I got it. And just in case everybody doesn't know how to do this, PowerPoint's not the best, but I'm going to say, yeah, I'm going to remove that background. Sorry, I'm doing this quickly, so I'm going to let it cut off my neck. So it's just going to be a weird head. And then I could say foundational wellness with Dr. Scott Greer. The man, the myth, the legend. Okay, so we've got all that on there. Now this is in my PowerPoint now. And when I hit play, you'll see that this is now customized. Oh, and that's good. I'm going to swap displays because you can see. So now it's got me. Oh, I cut my head off here. I'm sorry. I didn't do it very well. But I want to show you that as I move forward in the PowerPoint, I'm going to swap to presenter mode. And this presenter mode is where you see when you do presenter mode and PowerPoint, I have the entire script right here. Okay, so this has the whole script, and I can just read this, and I could be looking at the screen saying a key factor for health and wellness is healthy organ function made possible by reduced toxic burden and nutritional needs being met. This highlights a crucial truth for the body to heal itself. Like, I sound smart because I am smart because I'm using some great words that somebody's put together for me already. And as I move to the next one and introduce the wellness pyramid, it shows you the next slide that's coming up. And if this is too complex, that's why we print out, we have that PDF where you can print it out and you can just have that in front of you as you're going through this. All right, so I'm going to end this really quick and I'm going to pull up, let me just getting lots of questions here. So I'm trying to make sure I can't see everything because I've got different parts on my screen here. Voila. Oh, this foundational wellness one, I can see we did a really big one. So I'm gonna just show you a cool little trick right here. I'm gonna keep the video out of it. I'm gonna do a new presentation. Oh, go back over here. And I'm just doing this for quick use because I want to demo this for you all. And paste. Voila. Okay. So I'm gonna save this as Scott's version. All right, now I told you that you could do this in Canva. So I'm going to blow your mind right now, and I'm going to show you a couple of things and why you want to have things in PDFs. I'm going to go into Canva, and I am going to just upload to Canva, choose a file, and bring in Scott's version. This is fantastic. And as it uploads here, updated, it should be updated. Yes, the Serenity Sleep System. Okay. I'm going to answer your question here, Anna, in 1 second here with PDF forms because it applies to what I'm showing you right now in PowerPoint. Okay, so I open this up. Now, a lot of people don't know about this, but if you come down to, where is my view of, let's say, show notes. Grid view. Come in here. I am blanking on where the little button is. I want to show notes. There's a button, and normally I just click it. Oh, it's right here. Okay. They just updated Canva because it looks different. So this is in real time. I'm sorry, but the notes
Go
are
to the bottom where it says.
Oh, there it
notes.
is. Yes. Okay. I was like, they moved it. So here's your script, even in Canva. So in Canva, that whole script is still here. And so you can do this in PowerPoint, Canva, Keynote, Google Slides, any of those. Thank you, everybody, for being my eyeballs here. So Betty, the reason that if you do presenter mode and the participants see your notes, then you just need to hit swap screens because they're seeing the one that has that. And I've gotten out of it, but I'll jump back into it just to show you that. So if I hit play, right now you should be seeing my presenter notes. There's a button right here that just says swap displays, and that makes it so the group, you can see the presenter notes on your other monitor, but they're seeing the whole thing. Hopefully that just worked in that demo. Okay, now I'm going to get to what I promised, which was, why do we do stuff in PDF? Anna's like, finally, Scott, I thought you were going to ignore me this whole time. I'm not ignoring you. I'm just going to take this one because I'm in here, but it applies to any of them. I'm going to download the script and I'm going to go back into Canva and I'm going to upload this script. So the reason that we do PDFs is because it makes it a lot more versatile for you. How did I do this? What did I do? Sorry, Virginia, I don't understand the question, but I'll come back to it when you can clarify what you're asking this. So in Canva, the cool part about PDFs is that they become editable in Canva. So if we put like the Illustrator file up, yes, you should be able to, if you're put the Wellness Consult PDF into Canva, you should be able to edit your slides in Canva. Yes, you should be able to do that. But you'll notice that in here, like I have all this script, I can go through and I can change any of the words that I want by just clicking into it and then typing it. The other part that I love to blow everybody's minds on this one is if you're really cool, let's say we did this in, click on elements. So we did this in English and you want to change it to Finnish or Spanish or something like that. In Canva, you can actually do that. So we can go, I feel like they changed all this again here really quick. I'm like, where is, there it is. So there's a translate button in here. And I can say, I want to translate this to Portuguese, right? And it will automatically, I can change the tone. I'm going to just apply it to page 1 here so it doesn't do the whole thing. But it will instantly translate what we've done now into Portuguese. And so this is all Portuguese. And I didn't have to do anything but like just download the PDF and alter it really quickly. So we are trying to help you have these tools quickly. Yeah, and the software can read PDFs, not PNGs and JPEGs, definitely. Am I using Zoom? Presenter room? Yeah, so on Zoom, I think answering these questions I'm reading in here, you can definitely do that. Now you can change scripts anywhere. So let's say you got our script, you're like, oh, I really want to tell a story about my granddaughter right here. Just go in and put that in the script. Everything is editable. PowerPoint does do translations. Now, if you have PowerPoint and if it's paid, most people don't have PowerPoint. So that's why I like to demo in Canva. Is there a way to have the PDF in magazine mode? Don't understand that question exactly. Like, but yes, I mean, it's your dream.
Hi, sorry, can I, is
Yeah.
that okay? I unmuted
Of
myself.
course, I'm here.
Okay, so basically like, so one of the things that we have come across as wellness advocates is that we want a magazine or something a little more user friendly. I know PDF is pretty straightforward. You open it up and then, but as on the phone, when you're like looking through it, it just flips up. Like, you know, it goes either too high or too low, and it's kind of hard to just kind of like flip through like a magazine. And I know that there are some other magazines out there that it's just like you can just flip it on your phone. Like it's when you upload it, it's just so easy. You literally flip it as if you're actually flipping a real magazine. And so as just, again, as a wellness advocates, it just makes it easier for us to be able to share the catalog, share these magazines or whatever with people. And then, yeah, like there's, yeah, I gave a few of the, I gave my account manager some samples of like what we were seeing, let's say in like Avon, like the Avon magazine, digital magazine, you're able to flip through so easily. You can even add to carts, but I know that's probably a little bit more, but even if it is just like flipping it like a digital magazine, that's just easy to change. You don't have to print it out. Yeah, I don't know. Is there any way to do that?
The answer is yes, we have that technology. We can even put links in to buy. It doesn't have your link in it, but you can't change anything. You have to use the doTERRA set version. And what you're asking for, I mean, we can force it a little bit, but it's mostly the app that they're using and how it's going to interact with a PDF. But the answer is we do have a magazine. It's called Issue. We do put the product guide and stuff like that on there, but if they click on a link and go buy, they have to make sure they enroll under you. They can't use, we can't put like attributed links for everybody in it that I know of. That would be an interesting thing to figure out. So
I was just wondering, like, you know, if you had the magazine and you know how you have those arrows now that you can click on and then it's linked. So say if I wanted to send, you know, somebody information about the sleep system, you can click on that little arrow at the bottom and from your website. And as long as you're signed in, then your link, it's linked to you. So if we had a digital magazine that is placed in an area like that, and then we have an arrow that we can share, wouldn't it be linked up?
Yeah, I'm gonna think about that one. I'm gonna put a pin in that one, and that's a complex one, but I love it. So I'm not
Okay.
saying no. I'm just saying I'd love
Okay.
to figure out how to do that. So
Okay.
I think you're saying like on my phone right now, when I scroll, it's a scroll, not a flip. Is that what you're
Yeah,
saying?
exactly. And then so what happens with some people that when you're scrolling up, sometimes it goes faster. At least on my phone, it goes a lot faster and I miss the pages and it's
You can
kind of, you
swipe
know,
faster, swipe
yeah.
slower. Yeah.
I'm happy
Okay.
to show you what I've been trying to get on the Canadian side where we've been talking about it. I would love to show you what I was kind of hoping for.
Okay. Well, I love that. Now I'm going to transit. Well, I just want to go over a couple things and I'm going to come back to this share button on ebooks. Okay. Because I love that. That was just a comment that we had here. So I just want to go over a couple more basics really quick and then move on here. I know we don't have too much time. I'm just going to click on anything. You can click anywhere in the DMK. So I just want to be really clear. If you're like, what did Scott just do? I clicked on anything because all I want to do is get to this section, which is, I think, helps make the DMK a little bit more understandable. On the left, we have the library. On the right, we have the filters. So on the library, you're looking for, we've tried to put things in an order that we think you're going to want to see them in. So first off, we always put the most recent month's promotions right here at the top. So at the very top, we have the top 25 downloads. These are the things that other wellness advocates are downloading the most. And we want to make sure you get that. Okay, so that's what we're trying to do there for you there. The next thing that I want to show you in here is, let me see here, on social media posts. So when you click on this, these are typically square graphics for social media. So they fit that kind of a size. Then we have Facebook and Instagram stories. These are tall vertical graphics. And then DMK how-to videos. So a lot of these basics I cover and Lauren covers in a video for you here. And you can share all of these. It's, you know, how to use searching, how to find class materials, how to download. This is all in the DMK. So you can share that with your team and you can become the expert. I did want to show you really quick the education tab over here on the library. It's an amazing tab. Are there videos that are vertical? Love it. Yes, there are vertical videos. So let's just see. I'm gonna disable AI here and say, I want a hype video. Hype videos are they're like 3-minute videos introducing VMG or E Omegas. And so let me just find a hype video horizontal. Oh, let me just click on the hype videos. So like right here, this VMG one is vertical, and this is made just so you can share it and literally like have it all there. So this has a bunch of the footage that we're doing in here. There is a ton of vertical video. Typically, I think it'll say vertical in it. That one said horizontal, so I'm a little confused. But yes, we do have those, and we always try to do vertical and horizontal stuff for everything. Okay, I was going to show you really quick over here in education. I just want to click in the education tab and show you, because a lot of people don't realize that class materials are in here. Okay, so this is one of those things that a lot of people want. It's like, I want to teach a class. Where do I go? Here's a bunch of those basic things. We've organized it by wellness pyramid, so you can come in here and see which classes we have that go in which category of the wellness pyramid. Or you can just come out in class materials and give info on products. All I see is hype videos, like horizontal ones. I'll come back to you, Robin, here in 1 second. Do we have invitation ideas on the DMK? I don't know if we have invitation ideas. That's a good one. I'll make sure that the team looks at that. Anytime we have a BOGO, we'll have a BOGO class in here. If you want to teach about aroma touch, we've got that in here. Introductory classes. This is the one I kind of wanted to, this is essential oils made easy, foundational wellness, natural solutions, and the doTERRA difference. These are 4 classes that are made for you to intro to people from day one. And you go in here and it has the PowerPoint, the script, and the handout. Everything's in here for you so you can just run through it really quickly. I also wanted to show you that if I was to click into, let's say I'm looking for lemon. I always like to use lemon oil as my thing. And I want the actual bottle. You can sign in without an account, Allie. We can cover that in a minute. And you shouldn't have to have an account. I know, and Mindy, we were trying to make it easier. I appreciate that. I do know it's daunting, but I do a lot of teaching in it, so I'm pretty good at it. And so I'm in here in Lemon, and let me just click in, and for some reason my filters didn't come up, so let me just type Lemon one more time. Oh, thank you, DMK. You are embarrassing me here. Why is my market not showing up? US English. Sorry, I'm just clicking around trying to see why I'm just going to refresh the whole thing. Let's see here. Whoop. Okay. We go ahead and click in and type. There it is. Okay, good. It's on the left there. Lemon. Now this should all pop up automatically on the left where you see. Okay, so I typed in lemon, and let's say I'm just looking for a picture of the bottle, and it's like, Scott, there's 382 things that say lemon. I can never go here. And so we're going to go US English. And then we're going to go say, I want a transparent image. And now I have it. This has everything that has lemon in it. This is the actual photo that we use in the product guide and any of our graphics. So I've just found that, and I can download this. If you don't know what this little checker box means, that means it's blank in the background. So there's no background to it. So it's a transparent image. So when I download that, it actually looks like this. Ta-da. Open up. Here it is. And I can take this and put it into any white space or any photo I have. Notice that there's no background to it. And this is literally the same graphic that we use in the product guide. So we have all those high resolution graphics ready for you to go. And you can download them, put them into Canva, then you have them very quickly. So I like to use the filters to kind of find what I'm looking for, and it helps me go really quick. Great. So we had a share button concept idea that I just want to go into here really quick. And I'm going to type in ebooks. Great. So I'm going to go into doTERRA ebooks. So here's all the ebooks. And I don't know if this will work. I'm going to just try this. No, because it opens me up there. Well, what you could do is if you wanted to use a share link, it should be at the bottom of the page. You could link to this entire page of ebooks. And then they are attributed to you. So I just want to make sure everybody knows what I'm talking about. If you would love to share something from doTERRA with someone and make sure that you are the person that gets connected to them, this share button is your favorite thing. So what you always have to do is make sure that you're logged in. You have to be logged in, otherwise the website doesn't know who you are. So I'm going to go ahead and log in. And any page on the entire website, this is kind of like a quick mini link generator. So now any page is attributed to me that I'm on as long as I use that. So I could use this page, and I'm just going to go say, hey, you should check out all the ebooks. I don't know what this one's going to look like, so hopefully it looks good. I'm going to go into a private window. And when they come back to the site, you'll notice that now they're attributed to me, Scott Greer. Okay, so it offers them 25% off, gives them a wholesale membership for free, or waives the enrollment. And the cool part about this is good for 30 days, meaning if they come back on their device to doTERRA.com at any time in the next 30 days, whatever device they clicked on the link on, they're still tied to you. So I could come back and go to, I'm just going to go to doTERRA.com. And voila, notice that my name's still down here because I'm the one that's going to get credit for this. So that I could then say, oh, I want to go get VMG. When I add this to the cart and I go through the checkout process, now I am going to be connected. It's going to have you automatically put in there. So that's a very powerful tool. It's on every the share button's on every page. And I always love to just demo this because it's one of my favorite things, is that if you are building on your phone and you're like, oh, I want to send somebody VMG. I'm just going to log on here on my phone. Hopefully you can see me, my tiny little screen. So I've got the share button right there. If I just click on the share button, it'll pull up my share sheet and I can automatically text it to whoever I want. And it has a beautiful little graphic there and they are tied to me. So you don't even have to, like, you just have to make sure you're logged into the account. We've done it even simpler. You don't have to go to the DMK for that. You can just text somebody and say, check out this product. It's changing my life. And I think it would be amazing for you. And when I send that, let's see here. Okay. And I just texted Betty because she's on here. So I figured she and I could have a little car. And now Betty just got this link from me. If she clicks on that, if she was not a member of doTERRA, she would automatically be enrolled under me as she went through that process. So having said that, I've gone for a while. Are there other questions I can answer? Melanie, Amy, how long am I supposed to go? Was I supposed to end already? I wasn't sure. No. Oh, and I want to show you one other cool thing that no one's seen yet. You are literally the first group I'm ever showing this to. Okay. This is literally brand new. We have not done it yet. We have a new blog and it's beautiful. Okay. So it's going to become a main thing in the nav bar, but right now you can go to, if you go to doterra.com/blog, and you'll notice that now it's organized really beautiful. We have tons of great stuff. If you want science, before our blog has been separated into these 5 things, we're about to eliminate that and just make it 1. And these are going to be more like categories. So if you want science information, you can come over and click on science. It'll give you just science articles. If you want DIYs, you just click on it, gives you that. But we can sit here and say, oh, there's some autumn recipe favorites. Notice I put the share button on everything right here because I want you to be able to share this. Okay, and it automatically goes out to the person. And if you're on your phone, it'll just pop up the share sheet. You can say, check out this article about what you can be doing this Halloween doTERRA essentials for spooky nights, right? You can have this. You could have just sent it. And my team is just getting used to this, but we're now putting on these. They didn't do it on this one yet, but we're now able to put actual add to cart buttons in the blog, which we've never been able to do. So you can share a blog post and they can start adding the oils and have it. So I can just hit this share button right here and boom, I instantly have that. It's a custom URL for me. I paste that to somebody and they can come and experience doTERRA and they can go through and whatever they do on the site, it's not just that page, it's anything they do on the site, they're now tied to you. I do want to make one caveat to that. It's a gladiator arena is what I always like to say. So if I send them a link and then Betty sends them a link and they click on Betty's link after mine, Betty's now the winner. So it's the last link clicked if they're not a member of doTERRA. Oh, great question, Christy. Does this work with Refer a Friend? No, but it's so close. I'm very close to getting it to work with Refer a Friend. For some reason, when we built it, they built it only for wellness advocates. And I walked over to IT and I started slapping everybody in the face. Said, what are you doing? This is how to share Refer a Friend. And so they are making it happen, but it's probably about a month out. But we are trying to get that functionality by at least January, but it's there. So it's coming. What other questions can I answer today besides the spooky doTERRA thing that I'm showing you?
Can we go back to the presentation piece, Scott?
Yeah, what about it?
On the Canva, as far as like when you're in the paragraph section of trying to edit it, and because the spacing was all wonky, as far as like some of the lines were close together, some were separate. So I highlighted them and then I went to the little icon for spacing, and it doesn't want to make it so that it's consistent for some reason.
Yeah, so we're on the phone with Canva. That's Canva doing it. It's not us, and it's cutting it up. And so we're trying to figure out if we can do something in the file to stick it together. They don't have an answer for us yet, but we are in talks with Canva because they're aware of what we're dealing with. And so I don't have a good answer for you right now, but we are aware of it. And we're actively trying to fix it.
Okay, thank you so much. Appreciate all your teaching.
It drives me crazy. So
yeah, you and me
I'm
both.
with you. Yeah. Other questions? Sorry, I can't see my chat. Let me move this over here so I can see my chat. Yeah, it happens with just PDF files in general. We've literally gone into Illustrator, InDesign. We've tried to like lock it down, and Canva does something when it pulls it in. So they're aware of it being a problem. When will the add to cart option be available? Oh, Karen, it's actually available right now. My team just was lazy and they didn't put all the add to cart pieces here. So let me see if I can find one. I don't know if you remember I'm not sharing my screen anymore. I'm sitting here scrolling. During the last BOGO, we asked everybody to share the BOGO page, not each individual oil. And it's because as stuff sold out, if you link them to that, they could go add to cart straight from there, but they didn't have to, you like, so your stuff was good forever. It didn't blow up. And I don't think we have it on here. So let me just see. Yeah, that one doesn't work right now, but let me go close this and let me jump in and see if I can demo it on a blog post. /blog and yes, it's a new concept for my team. And so I keep trying to explain to them what I want and they keep not doing it. So like, we built this beautiful piece of tech so we could have people add to the cart. Oh, I know what. Here, let me show you a good example. This is how it will work. This is one of our, don't judge me on this one. This is one of our demo pages that we were trying to do. So let me share this. So this was kind of the framework for it. And you'll notice that right here, we can put something in here now. So even though this is a content page, now I can add to bag straight from this page. And so we can have an add to cart button, and you can add multiple things, not just one thing. As I go down and I read the blog, I can be adding it to my cart saying I want it. So that's something that we've been working on. Other questions?
I have one.
Yes, Rob.
I am trying to create a class for our team tonight. And I've been going back to it's on the microbiome. We're just selecting different areas, and the slides that are in the original presentation from, I don't know, it was Dr. O or Dr. Griggs, but it doesn't, I tried to copy certain slides and put it in mine, because the words that he uses in his and the slides are way over they're like, not me, So
the microphagy blankety blank.
Yeah.
I'm talking those nerdy words that I can never use.
So I tried to copy like one of the slides, and when I pasted it into I use PowerPoint. I have a PC, I don't have a MacBook or anything, so I don't know if that makes a difference, but it doesn't come back, it doesn't copy and it doesn't paste into PowerPoint the same. Like the pictures like all faded out, and I don't know if I'm doing something wrong or if there's a different way to do it, or
Pictures. You know what, Robin? Why don't you and I talk after this, and I can get on and look and see
Okay.
what you're doing really quick, and then yeah,
Okay.
I can address that. I'm sure it's just a formatting thing that's happening.
how would I do that?
We're gonna get on a Zoom call, you and I, and
Oh,
we're gonna
okay.
share a screen, and I'm gonna look at your computer. I'm gonna tell you what you're doing wrong.
Okay.
So it's probably
Thank
what
you.
we call an IT. We call that an ID10T error. It's a joke because it's idiot. Sorry.
Oh yeah, that's
I
definitely
I do idiot errors all the time. That's my thing. Yes. Awesome. So, please go back to the screen on why not to buy from Amazon. Where was that? Did I show that on the screen? I would love to share that to you. I don't know what I was looking at though. Colleen, if you can tell me which one that was. Michelle, thank you for finding my humor funny. My kids think I have dad jokes all the time. That's good.
Scott, I think it's in the blog that you were showing me the add to cart option. I think you went to Lemon, or you were on one of the blogs.
Oh, yeah. No, so that's doterra.com/doterra. So I'll just show you. This is it's a good page, but it's not meant to, I mean, you can share it. We've actually proven that it works really good. I'm not promising this one will be here forever, but this was just I put that in the link in there. Anybody can use it. You can share that page. Actually, it's a powerful page to share. We've seen people do good stuff with it, but it was more just a test to get the technology working. But it's good content. It's all legal. And so like, you can totally use it if you like. Yeah. And you know what, Betty, I really appreciate that. I would say this is the thing. We've now gone through, I'd say 30 features and 30 things. I would take from this call one thing that you want to go practice, because it's overwhelming, and I know it is, but you're in a business with a lot of products. You're in a business with a lot of different approaches, with a lot of different personalities. So my hope is that each one of you can figure out how to do this business your way that you want to do it, with a little bit more ease with something that we have in one of these tools. That's what I would hope. So whether it's the share button or a graphic, you're like, oh, I can go to the top 25 and download that from the DMK. or a class like tonight, like Robin's going to do, I really do think it would be amazing if you could just figure out what you want to do with it and not be like, oh, Scott did this. You're right. I do it all the time, and I'm trying to like answer, Melody Watts and Betty and everybody Laura Jacobs, they'll all message me and say something. I'm like, oh, let's make it better. But it is a lot. And I want to acknowledge that. And I just want you to know that it's not trying to make you confused, but we do have a lot of people with passionate views, and we want to make sure that everybody's kind of addressed there. And so if I were you, I would just say, okay, my goal is each day that I'm building my business, I want to go find one thing in the DMK that I'm going to either share on social media or use to prepare a class, or even just download the graphics so I have it. But the goal that my team has is to make it easier for you, not make it more confusing. So I realize that it can seem daunting. Just make it stupid simple. Just only get stuff from the homepage or something like that. Don't even use the search bar. I think that would be a really good way for everybody to approach that. You know what, Lane? We have not built a written DMK guide yet, but I'm going to tell Katie she has to do that on my team. Written DMK guide. Look at this. This is, everybody says I come up with good ideas, but I just listen to you. It's fantastic. I appreciate all of you. Okay, great. And I love it. Well, if there's no other questions, Robin, will you just privately message me your email address down here in the chat, and then I'll send you a Zoom link and we can try and figure out your PowerPoint issue. But you guys complete me and my team. Thank you for everything you do. I hope you are so excited about all the new products and the opportunities we have to build. It's amazing.
Thank you so much, Scott. We really, really appreciate your time and effort coming and chatting with us. And I always learn something new as well. I mean, I know like it depends sometimes on just how you learn or pick up things. And I'm totally like, oh, yes. And I like to multitask and do a bunch of things. And I get others just need to do one thing. So definitely take Scott's advice and just do one thing at a time and become an expert in that, and then move on to the next task. Because then you'll be the master of one instead of a master of none. If you're multitasking too much. So thank you, Scott. We really appreciate it, you taking your time. So we are going to close out the call, and I'm going to have Rebecca pull up the slides because we wanted to announce our special call with you guys that is coming up. Woo! You guys, this is really exciting because we have never had Dr. Nicole Stevens come and talk with us before with Diamond Club. And we are so excited that she is taking time out of her very busy schedule to come and to be a guest speaker for you guys. So this is happening November 12th. The time will be announced when we get a little bit closer. She's going to be talking about her new favorite product that's launched from convention. So definitely don't miss out on this. Make sure you get all your required enrollments by October 31st. And then you guys can take part in this call, okay? So we want to see all of you on that call. She brings a lot of expertise. I love when she does her science geek out with us, because then I learn something, and I like her supercalifragilisticexpialidocious, whatever word she uses that she used at convention, and I hope she uses it again with us. So we can't wait to be able to be on this call with her. So put that in your calendar, put that as your focus to end the month strong, because we want to see you guys there. Other than that, you guys, that is the end of our call. Thank you guys again for joining us. Thank you again, Scott, for all your expertise and your time. And we will see you guys again soon. Yay, I love the hearts. Bye.